This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
That one didn't age quite so well.
Remember when buying a PlayStation was simple? You bought the console, you bought the disc, you owned the game. That was it. But games cost $80. Consoles might cost around $1,000. Physical media is reportedly disappearing. Publishers want subscriptions, and somehow Sony still thinks the future is live service games. Modern gaming feels like a Netflix subscription that occasionally asks you for another $1,000.
So let's talk about PlayStation. Gaming has always been an expensive hobby. But recently,
It feels like the industry is complaining to see who can scare your wallet the fastest.
I found it.
Nintendo increased Switch 2 prices in several regions. Sony raised PS5 prices more than once depending on the market. Xbox also increased Series X pricing in multiple countries. Valve shocked everyone with the pricing of the new Steam machine. And now GTA 6 costs more than the most new games. At this point, I'm expecting
Punk Remastered Deluxe Ultimate Edition to launch for $99.
Reports suggest PlayStation 6 could launch as early as next year. Manufacturing costs are reportedly approaching $1,000.
Congratulations, we survived inflation. Now the console costs as much as a used car. Honestly, the funniest part isn't even the price. It's asking why.
The PS5 finally feels like developers are pushing it. Death Stranding 2, Resident Evil Requiem, Marvel's Wolverine, GTA 6, The Witcher 4. These are exactly the games people bought the PS5 for.
So why are we already talking about another generation? It feels like buying a gym membership and moving to another gym before even lifting a single weight.
In a previous video, we talked about how AAA games now take 7 or even more years. Developers finally learn how to squeeze every ounce of power from one console right when the next one shows up. Imagine spending 7 years making one game only to hear, "Great job, now start over."
Now this is honestly the biggest story.
Reports indicate Sony plans to stop releasing new PlayStation games on physical disc beginning in 2028.
If that happens, an entire era ends, and here's the weird part.
Sony spent years selling a detachable disc rack for a PS5 Pro, only for the future to possibly have no discs, like selling someone a VHS player, right before announcing movies no longer exist. So Sony says physical media is the past, everything will be digital.
Convenient. Until it isn't. You know something? Hideo Kojima warned about this 4 years ago.
Kojima said that one day we won't really own our digital media anymore. A political change, a government decision, a company policy, a licensing issue, and suddenly, access is gone. Back then people thought he was being dramatic. Now PlayStation is basically speedrunning his prediction.
Remember when people laugh at, "You don't own your games"? Yeah, turns out they were laughing at a tutorial level.
Whether you agree with Kojima or not, the decision of the industry looks awfully similar to what he described. I'll keep this brief because we talk about it in the Steam Machine video. Buying digital games is convenient, most people already do it, but the physical merchandise wasn't that. Physical copies gave players options. Trade them, sell them, lend them, keep them forever.
Digital is different, not necessarily worse, just different. And that's exactly why preservation has become a huge topic lately.
We've also talked about stop killing games before. Recently, many people view one of its biggest setbacks as a major defeat for the movement. But whether you support it or not, that discussion isn't going away, because every new digital-only announcement keeps bringing the same question back.
What exactly do we own?
People sometimes forget Sony almost shut down the PlayStation 3 and PS Vita stores. Backlash was so massive, they reversed the decision. but it has already been announced that those stores already have an expiration date.
Everything digital eventually reaches an expiration date. A disc doesn't ask whether the servers are still online.
Think about GameStop, one of your favorite local game shop, or the store where you bought your first PlayStation game. What happens when physical games disappear? No used games, no borrowing, no collector's editions with actual discs, no finding a forgotten gem in a bargain bin. Just download codes. GameStop is already losing customers because of the non-existent GTA 6 discs. It's hard not to feel like something is being lost.
The following, I'm not sure I understand it.
Despite Concord, despite Marathon, despite several live service failures across the industry, Sony has reportedly stated that games as a service remain an important part of its long-term strategy.
Which is certainly a decision.
It's like repeatedly touching the same hot stuff and concluding that stuff just needs another chance. Sony has also emphasized AI as part of its future vision. AI assistants, AI tools, AI features. Cool. But I don't think anyone woke up this morning saying, "You know what God of War really needed? Artificial intelligence." Players don't buy PlayStations because they're excited about machine learning. They buy PlayStations because they want unforgettable games. Look at everything together. Higher console prices, more expensive games, digital only, subscriptions, live service, AI. It's difficult not to wonder who this future is actually designed for.
Because it doesn't always feel like it's designed for players.
Just making the rich richer.
Maybe the PS6 will be incredible. Maybe it'll justify every dollar. Maybe digital only will work perfectly. Maybe live service games will suddenly become everyone's favorite thing.
Anything is possible. But here's what I actually think.
We don't need more teraflops. We don't need more AI buzzwords. We don't need another console every few years. We need great games because nobody remembers a console generation for its SSD speed. They remember it for the games they made it fall in love with gaming in the first place. And lately, that feels like the thing the industry keeps forgetting.
Before I wrap up, a friend asked if this might be the end of consoles. Another friend disagreed, saying that PC components are more expensive than consoles. Yet another friend wasn't sure if PlayStation 6 would really cost around $1,000.
So what do you think? What do you believe the future of gaming holds? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribe, share and like. The channel is still free. See ya!